bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tear the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Bring Sally up.
From Texas Street Cars. In the shop today we have a car I'm really excited about. It is a 1968 Mustang Coupe that is done up to be kind of like a vintage road racer. Bunch of cool stuff on it. We'll go through all that. We'll start with the exterior. The car started life as a V8 C-Code 289 68 Mustang. It was originally gold, was the factory color. It's been repainted in a gloss clear coat black, and the paint is really nice quality on this car. We just had it ceramic coated and paint corrected by Ray's attention to the details. And you look through the video, the picture is really deep shine. No huge flaws anywhere, a well above average paint on it, especially an older car. It has a vinyl roof on it. All the trim is in place and it's all really nice shape. The window trim, the trim around the back of the vinyl top, really clean. Nice bumpers. Exterior wise has a little hood scoop that's bolted in. The front splitter on the bottom is added to it. Has some aftermarket gas cap, and then has sequential taillights, LED headlights, a bunch of stuff done to the exterior like that. But the big thing in this car is kind of the suspension setup of it. So it has a street or track full suspension on it, which includes a ton of parts that would take us forever to go through. But specifically valve Bilsteins all the way around, their leaf spring kit, Watts link, upgraded spindles, sway bars, a bunch of steering stuff, a bunch of suspension upgrades. And it has full length subframe connectors. You can see the cage in it. It also has power steering cooler, oil cooler, a bunch of stuff so you can actually take this car to the track a little bit and have fun with it. It is very fun to drive on the street. We'll go cruise it here in a little bit. Wheels are 15x7, 15x8, super lights on it, done in gold to kind of match the cage and the shifter. Cooper covers in the front, 215 and 245 in the back. It has full long tube headers with an X pipe and side exhaust. The side exhaust is done right. It's secured in there. It's not falling off or anything. So really nice exhaust on it. Kind of looks like the old GT350 that had the side exhaust on certain models of that. Glass is all in good shape. Under the hood is now a 302 instead of a 289. It's got 351 heads on it, aftermarket cam, aftermarket intake. It's got a Holley carb on it that was just put on there. A bunch of cooling stuff, big aluminum radiator, electric fans with a shroud. It has a little super light battery, MSD ignition, bunch of nice parts on there. Willwood master cylinder. The brakes are also from Street or Track and they're full upgraded disc brakes all the way around. This car really stops well. And they're closed caliper 4-piston, slotted rotors, aluminum hat, really nice braking system on this car. If you've ever driven an old 65 to 68, whatever you're gonna call Mustangs, they didn't drive that great. But with this suspension stuff on it, the car really does handle. And it stops well, it's fun to drive, it's not overpowered with a little 302 in it. Interior wise, you can walk around here, it has black and blue interior. Factory seats, it's got the cage, like I said, it's done in gold. It has a little Hurst shifter in it. It is a 4-speed car, I think I forgot to mention that, with a new clutch, shifts well. Rear end has 373 gears on it with a Detroit True Track diff in it. So a bunch of upgrades, we can actually track this car a little bit. But interior's in good shape. The rear seat is removed because of the cage. We do have the rear seat for it if you wanted to take the cage back out and put the seats in it. Door panels are nice, has a little aftermarket dash piece up here. Gauges, has a tack put in it, aftermarket gauges, oil pressure gauge, and the little center pod has a aftermarket CD player with speakers in the back. Nice little upgrades. Has, you know, the radio isn't something you gonna write home about, but the exhaust does sound really good, so you have that. Everything opens and closes really good on this car. The windows work, the hood opens good. I'll open up the hood and take a look under the hood of this thing. It has like the fin valve covers and air cleaner on it. Like we talked about the hard parts under here, but under hood is really tidy. Paint's nice. It's, you know, got a little flat black finish like they would have been. You can see the coolers on it. It's a really fun little Mustang to drive with a bunch of money spent on parts. So give us a call at 254-383-3517 if you have any questions. We're gonna go take it out and drive a little bit. We'll do the underside camera, all that stuff. But very impressed with how everything opens and closes on this car. You can see the body lines of it are really good. The doors line up. We'll open and close this door for you. It does have a little aftermarket Momo steering wheel in there. So a bunch of other little parts. Look through the ad and you can see all the detailed parts list in there. So give us a call if you have any questions, and thank you guys. Alright guys, we'll go drive the car around a little bit. Like I was saying earlier, it still does have power brakes and power steering in this car. It might be kind of hard to hear because the exhaust is loud. But it shifts good, it goes into gear fine, no grinding or popping or anything. And you kind of look out the window a little bit. The steering in this car is not what you'd expect in a 68 Mustang. Throwing the cameraman around. It pulls well, the brakes work really good on this car. So super fun car to drive. It sounds good. It's definitely got that kind of vintage track car look. We'll jump up on the highway right here. It is a 4-speed manual with 373 gears. So you do spin it a little bit when you get up to 70 or 80. C8. We'll do a little first gear pull. Up to 70 or so, the car on the highway, pull this window up. On the highway, the car runs good, so we're about 3,000 RPM, around 65 or so, or 60 or 70. Track straight, no weirdness going on. I can just sit here and not even steer. Very loud though. All the interior lights work, the gauges, temp gauge, fuel, all that stuff's working. It's got a little aftermarket oil pressure and oil temp gauge up on the top. But really solid little Mustang that you can actually track a little bit. We'll do another second gear pull. You ready? It's a good turn for you. Car to drive that's really well put together. So give us a call if you have any questions, and thank you guys for watching.